keep up. Something of that nature is stronger. You're going to have to go home and practice if you want to do this. It's that simple. Somebody else give me one and I'll play with it, yeah? Okay, I'm concerned that we aren't allowing each other to learn like we agreed to. Yes, spot on. That's what you've got to do. Now, and you could now try that is personal, isn't it? What about communal? Someone give me a communal hint.
What about noisy in here? People seem distracted and we need to refocus together.
Yep, that's again personal. Say it again. It's noisy in here.
Noisy in here.
Yep, people seem distracted.
We need to refocus.
That's almost like a demand already, but communal means that I'm not now hinting at the people who are doing the wrong thing. I'm hinting at other people in the class who are doing the right thing, but could help that person also do the right thing. Watch this. It's good to see that most people came back from the break on time. It's a pity they didn't bring the others with them. Because then we would have got more covered. See, it's a man one, it's a negative. I've got to think of a positive. It's good to see so many people are making an effort to help others on their table to do this, because we said this would be really helpful. Something where you're trying to recognise people helping others get their act together. You're going to ask me a question.
No, I was going to say I'm really happy with some people. I'm really happy with some people who've gone on with the task we agree.
That's personal. Some people have gone on with the task, and if I want to go to communal, I could say it's really pleasing to see that some kids have encouraged the others to get on with the task, like we agreed. Somebody else? Yep.
It's good to see that the people who finished are helping others pack up.
Perfect. It's good to see that the people who have finished are helping the others pack up, so no time is lost. What else? Sounds simple until you do it, by the way. Yep.
Just got a question. Being a math teacher, obviously you don't go to the negative. Is it bad that you go to the negative?
I hope not, because I do it. I don't know. Women tell me it is, but I don't know. I just do it.
Going for this, I might not go, I say that, cheat on negative. How do the kids actually respond to that?
I think they take it in the context of the whole relationship, and if you're an okay person, they'll buy it. You know, I don't get too hung up on it because I can't change it anyhow. And I mean, I could if I had to, but I haven't found the need. I think it's still a hint. But you just got to be conscious. If I could go home, if it were really important to me, I'd go home, look at it, reword it, come back, practice it, and then try it out. Everything's doable. Remember, we're at a level of skills. We're just talking skills. That's all we're talking. So that nothing's so threatening. So I've watched teachers who are not going to say anything because they don't know what to say. Now that's a problem. That, by the way, builds up the stakes enormously. The threat is enormous. By the time they act, it's too late, because they didn't act early enough, because they didn't, this is mainly also tertiary, they leave it too long because they don't know how to deal with it. So once you've prepared a few statements, you're almost itching to try them out, just to see what happens. It's a different experience. The threat reduces, you're more likely to stay at level 3, etc. So that's where we're heading. Yeah?
I'm wondering why you want to simplify your hints.
Oh, in the language?
In language, because I think that when I teach grade 3, I don't think anyone shouldn't have a problem understanding that.
Oh, I'd like to think that's true. I mean, I just assumed.
I don't think it's normal.
Well, hang on. Let's see if we can get feedback from other grade 3 teachers. Anyone want to have a look at those quickly and tell me if they're primaries, if they think grade 3 could handle such language? I've tried to keep it simple, but I didn't think it was simple enough. They're on page 9. Oh, sorry, the comment was he's a teacher with grade 3 and he feels that the kids could deal with that language. Can I get some feedback from people here who teach primary? I mean, you might have a good grade 3. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah?
I think what we were saying on the table here, less is more effective.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
So
just,
short, sharp.
but could a grade 3 handle that language?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, good. I'm more relaxed than I was before. Okay.
I'm worried whether a
Yeah. That'll do it. Yeah.
And maybe when we're talking about our CND students,
Oh, definitely CCDs
you
won't do
know,
it.
you could not apply these sort of things to those kids. And we just have to think about the students that we're giving these statements to. Yes, we're developing this communal responsibility, but there are going to be a number of students in our classes who cannot take on more than one statement at a time.
Yeah.
And regardless of how we've tried to put this statement together, for those students, we have to make it as succinct as possible.
Yeah, I think you can even go further. It's sort of almost tautological that the C's and D's are C's and D's in most cases because they cannot handle this language. It's almost tautological, and if you look at their learning styles, it'll become obvious. They're great on football teams, but they are not good in classrooms, and that's how come they got to be. They weren't born C's and D's, right? They became them. And if we're in a different kind of school, I could make you in a C's and D's. In fact, many of you went to D's when I asked you to tap dance. You went straight to the most extreme form of withdrawal. You wouldn't tap dance, I couldn't have made you. That's a D. If you kept doing that every day, we had tap dancing lessons, which we would have every day. We could. You get the logic? I've had a 46, in 5 minutes I had a 46-year-old maths teacher say to me, "You can't make me do this." Because I was making him do something he couldn't do. It wasn't tap dancing either. But it was just interesting because they just happened to be unlucky. Now, imagine this scenario. This is one I'm testing out at the moment. This is really scary. Imagine you were born second in a normal family, and the firstborn was quite literate and logical and sequential and competent and responsible and nurturing, as most firstborns are. And you, at the age of 1, realised that you were never going to be that competent and responsible and reasonable and logical because this person was just so impressive, ignoring the age gap. So what you did was, since your family didn't demand academic excellence, and even if they did, you might have gone into music, but if they didn't, you gave up on being academic because this was not where the action was, not successfully so. So instead you became very good with fine motor skills at the age of whatever it is, and then you became very good kinesthetically, became quite a marvellous swimmer and a netballer and a this and that and the other. And so we had our 2 daughters, the academic and the other one. This is not unlikely. I'm now checking out kids who are exited from classrooms. You'll see on your form, where are you in your family? And in normal families, they're going to be second-borns, is my theory. Not my theory, but a theory. Because of some variation of what I just described, they may have given up on the academic route and they will get their recognition like Sam by doing something else. So in your family, if I had to choose who was the most rebellious child, in terms of values, I would have to theoretically plump for the second child. Unless you have more than 3 or 4, then I'd have to see where the firstborns are because there's more than one firstborn. So I could play this game and say that poor kid by the age of 2 made some really fatal decisions because schools are run on logical linguistic bases. And she just chose the wrong route. She's a great netballer, but we don't care after grade 4. Now, wouldn't that be a shame? Imagine if it was that simple, which it isn't, thank goodness, but imagine it might be for some kids. The reason I'm standing here, by the way, is because my father's an upholsterer and my brother's a cabinet maker, fitter and turner. Not anymore, he now buys and sells land.